Hello, this is David. I'm trying to present something to you that's going to benefit you years and years to come. And hopefully you'll be appreciative of what I give you now because it's all for about you. You see my pictures on the conference room of my office. This is the front of my office. I've been in business and doing what I do since 1968. I'm a tax accountant. I've been preparing income tax return and other things throughout my life working as an independent business person since 1984. Prior to that time, I did work in the federal government for a long time and tried to help as many people as possible, even during that time, because I was also an accountant and doing that, okay, graduating from University of Arkansas with a major in business administration and accounting. I kept on going to work on my CPA. I also continued to get a master's in accounting and one in management information system, and I concentrated in business law. So my background is there, but you see my picture. I show it three times because one plus one really does equal one when you get an understanding of that principle as well. The Diamond Review and Associates Inc. is the name of my company. I specialize in wealth transfer lines to show you how to participate in receiving your portion of $12.5 trillion dollars that's going to be transferred to persons like yourself and I, and that money will be used for whatever so you be. I'm going to introduce you in a few minutes for you to know transfer and to know wealth. Without knowing transfer, you probably won't have the wealth that you're entitled to. So for that reason, I'm going to now continue on to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now this is just a few slides to show you. The first one here is to show you that we finance tax deductible estate planning software. Yes, we finance tax deductible software that's going to enable you to set up your own in well, if you've not done it before, your own estate plan. When you're going to use the software that we're recommending for you to use, and using that software, you see how easy it is for you to set up your revocable living trust. The revocable living trust is what we're using the software to show you how to set it up. And we finance it. What I'm saying is the software itself costs $19.95. Put it up front so you can hear what I'm saying. But your business startup is $4.95. So the software plus the startup cost for starting your business is also tax deductible because you're establishing a business and that business is going to run for years and years to come. And your business expenses is what we're going to be displaying in this presentation to show you how to take business expenses and convert your business to a home-based tax deductible tax shelter. That's what we're talking about. Now, my specialty is income tax, and I'm going to be showing you in this presentation just what I'm talking about. Now, the information you see on the screen, you see no transfer, no wealth. Well, without the transfer, you won't have the wealth. But with the transfer, you're going to participate in receiving your portion of $12.5 trillion dollars over a period of time. And that's what we're really talking about. So make sure that you attend our weekly training Zoom classes in an attempt to assist you to prepare and perhaps earn the six-figure annual income that we're going to show you how possible for you to earn. And this is not a promise. This is just to show you how easy it is for you to produce what we're asking you to get an understanding to produce. And above all, once you get an understanding, there's nothing else to do but do it, because once you get the understanding to do whatever it is you're doing, you have made the decision. And all you need to do here is make a decision to get up off your hand, and whosoever sit on their hands cannot get their hands from under their exterior to put food in their mouth. But once you decide to do that here, in a very short period of time, that we are discovering how easy it is for you to do that. Now look, once you establish your estate planning software, you're going to be rewarded because you're going to become what we consider in this business as a business building advocate. See down at the bottom, we're talking about you having the possible earning of a six-figure annual income just by becoming a Wealth Transfer Alliance. That's what the WTA stands for, Wealth Transfer Alliance Business Building Advocate. And as a business building advocate, your annual income is going to change because we have what we call a TPA. The TPA is a person who introduced to you and I about peak, pass, and pay. So we're not selling anything. We don't sell software. We just show you how to get the software. And once you get the software, then we'll pay. Once you get someone else to have the software in their possession as their own software, then you are paid. But all we're doing is what we call peak, pass, and pay. We pique the interest of another person that want to need the estate planning software. If that person decides to do that, he's already a part of our process because the peaking is over. And once that person decides to enroll to start their software up, that person now is in business. So the peak, pass, and pay is already over. See, you pique the interest of an individual, you pass the software on off to that individual. That individual calls you to get paid. And when that individual do the same thing that you've done, that individual is paid and so are you. So it's not a multi-level marketing, but it is a process for you to benefit from your software. And you're going to be changed positions. Now you come in here as an advocate, but you end up being a partner at a different level. And that different levels of partnership, and those partnerships got bonuses. So make sure you, if you don't do anything else, listen to the video. You go to the video and watch that information that we're going to show you in this process. So go to We Finance Tax Deductible Business, Tax Deductible Estate Planning Software.com. That's going to give you an explanation. Now you started. If once you get an understanding at that level of We Finance Tax Deductible Estate Planning Software.com, then you're going to enroll at WTA-enrollment-form.com. And there's two amounts for the enroll. I'm recommending that you start your business at that point. Start the business. You will not be sorry. Trust me. And you're going to hear testimony of persons who've already started their business. Now, the company is only 2 years old. The company is 2 years old. Now, what are you going to do if you enroll today and you get the understanding from what we're giving you, an income that was already being produced by other people, and you can do the same thing. If that, just apply yourself. If you apply yourself and get that kind of income, then 20 years from today, you'll be a multi-billionaire. I just want you to know that the America is what we're talking about, and our company begin to grow because the United States citizens outside of America have been living there a long time, but those persons still qualify to set up their own estate planning software right here in America, notwithstanding the fact they live in Germany and Korea and different other places around China and different other places around the world. But that won't stop them nor you from doing it. Now look, here's the opportunity that we're talking about to show you. Now this is just an illustration. You see the proposed 5-year transfer lifetime wealth of over $12.5 trillion. Well, that's what we're really talking about. And we keep emphasizing, as you're going to see in this presentation, to let you know that we sell and finance estate planning software. Now, what I mean by finance, we're going to show you the application in the next slide that you see. We're going to show you the application for you to complete. And you can apply for two things. You can apply to start your business, and my primary is for you to get this software to set up your estate planning with your family, your legacy. Everything that you have, you're going to put it in a position what you may consider to be a will. It's a form of a will, but it's not a will. But if you do have to have a will. If you're going to leave anything that you have now to your family, you got to have a will. But the person that benefit from your will is the government. The government hold your estate more and longer after you have deceased. They'll hold your estate 10 or 15 years, and the longer they hold the estate, the higher the value is of your estate. And when they sell your estate, they get what they call probate tax from your estate. But if you put your estate itself into your own revocable living trust, and you hold it in your trust, then when you decide to go home to another assignment from the Lord, then your estate is going to be distributed to the person that you name in your trust to receive whatever it is that you're leaving behind. It really is just that simple. And those persons, you see, like at the bottom, Marilyn Monroe, for those persons like in my age, you may know who Marilyn Monroe was, but then the other persons in my grandchildren, they may not know who Marilyn Monroe was. But look, Marilyn Monroe had 75% of her estate to her acting coach. They're not her husband, but to her acting coach in the trust. And when he died, the acting coach died, her millions possessed by her coach was now spent by his wife, and his wife didn't even know Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn didn't know his wife. But what I'm saying is Marilyn Monroe didn't leave behind the estate planning process for her estate to go to her husband and her children or his husband's children. What I'm saying is that if you neglect this, then it's only because of lack of understanding. That's all the process. The reason why a person passed this up, two reasons, is lack of understanding and money. So we would eliminate the money by you financing the $1,300, the $1,995 plus the $495 to start the business. So those two amounts is less than $2,500. They're not even $2,300. So you're going to finance that over a period of however long you want to finance it. So if you are at the age 25, 30 now, and you want to finance it for 2 or 3, 4 years, then you're going to pay less than $100 a month to have your estate plan operating. You have not completely paid for it. Why? Because you financed it. And it's going to give you a benefit the first month. If you apply yourself like we're really recommending that you do, you're going to get it because the instant that you market the software to someone else, and you tell someone else about the software and they get the software under your recommendations to the company, then you're going to receive over $2,000. The software costs $19.95, so you're going to pay for that the first time you transfer it to somebody else. It's paid for. Now all you got to do is consider yourself about the $4.95, and the $4.95 is going to come every day because you're operating a business. And if you never operated a business before, you don't concern yourself with that. It's a whole lot of things that you do for the first time that you've never done before. And you consider going on because that's how life is. We're always doing something tomorrow that we didn't do today. It's just that's how life is. Our moment that we're going to live in the morning at 9 o'clock, we didn't live it this morning. And now we live the minute we had at 9 o'clock. Now, I'm going to move on out of this because I can tell myself that I'm talking too fast and getting hoarse. Now here's the application. This is financing the application for you to acquire your business. $4.95 is for you to complete the application to start your business. It's now paid for, and you don't have to worry about paying that again until next year because it's an annual fee for you to maintain your business and get the benefits that's being offered to you by the leaders of Wealth Transfer Alliance. And that leadership is going to enhance your diamond in your pay over the period of time that you're holding it, okay? And not to hold the contract is not to pay for it. Once you stop paying the $4.95, you don't have a contract any longer, and you're over with it. But your benefits are going to come until you run out of the benefits that you've already enrolled for. So, yep, we finance estate planning software. This is the application. Stop this and study the application. And matter of fact, when you enroll, you're going to go to the application and study the application to see how simple it is for you to have what we're talking about. And look at the interest rates now, we're talking about 4.9%, 4.99%. You see what I'm talking about? So very low monthly payments. And we're talking about much less than $50 in some cases, but you're financing it over a period of the time that you select. If you select 3 years, then it's financed for 3 years. If you select a year, it's less than a year. You see what I'm talking about? You decide how long you want to pay for it. And then the critics, they see down number one, that they check on your credit, just a soft credit check that they pull. But I don't know of anyone who have been declined. It may be, I don't know. But now look, this is a way for you to report your business expenses. Now we're talking about you being in business and your income. You see, this is a Schedule C. Part 1 says income. You see, Part 2 is expenses. You see, this is a Schedule C that a business at the top of C, profit and loss from a business, profit and loss from business. And this is top. You see, this is Schedule C that you attach to your 1040. and you file this to the Internal Revenue. Now the picture in the middle, I want to talk about that in a minute, but the Schedule C is in Part 1, Part 2, and go past the picture, you'll see Part 3 is your cost of goods sold. And that's part of the process of you completing the Schedule C for the Internal Revenue to receive from you once you decide. Look at Part 4. Part 4 is for information on your vehicle. So you may have 2 or 3 vehicles in this process. Matter of fact, if you got one vehicle exclusively for you traveling around the countryside to tell other people about your wealth transfer allowance revocable living trust, then that's going to be a write-off 100% for that automobile. The gas, the parking, whatever you buy to keep the automobile running, those are things for your business expenses for your operation. Look at uh, 5. Part 5 is other expenses. So you're going to list all of your business expenses. You're going to list all of your income. You see on the Part 1, that's your gross income. You're going to talk about all your different kinds of income that you can earn from wealth transfer line. Now look, in the middle you see my picture. My name is David Richards. The name of my accounting company is the Diamond Review. We were founded way back and graduated from the University of Arkansas, and we founded our company back then. I am a professional tax accountant, and my services is more than just tax services. I want you to know, after studying for the CPA, I realized what I had been missing as an accountant just by specializing in income tax. But my income tax, since I had started in 1968, has not flourished. It's still operational, okay? And all these things that you see in the center, this is my cell phone. This is my communication. This is my best way of handling the advertising that I do, as opposed to going to the TV, the radio, or whatever. I can just simply take my business card, and the business card come with this process. As you're going to see in a minute, I have my CEO, Darren Johnson. He has shown you step by step how he gets his business out. Now, different kinds of businesses. You don't have to run just a wealth transfer allowance business. You can operate any kind of business you choose. It's really up to you. And you know, I can just take my business card. I tap your phone with my business card. I give you all the information on you. And if I choose and you choose to participate, I can get what I need on you to communicate with you to help you operate your business. And as an accountant, I want to do that because I'm a tax accountant. I want you to know that our business can help you prepare your income tax. I want you to know that our business can help you design whatever you need in your accounting services for operating your business. So when you go to Money Fund My Lifestyle, and it does, moneyfundsmylifestyle.com, it's going to show you how to enroll to get your business started here. And this is also a second business. Excuse me, yes, this is what I mean by second business. You set up your wealth transfer alliance business and we finance your business. You can advertise your business with your business card. You see, not just your wealth transfer alliance business, but let's say you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're doing other things that you participate in to earn money for yourself. Well, the business card here just are multiple ways of doing that. You may have 5 business cards. And those 5 business cards can be for 5 different kinds of income coming into your business. I hope you hear what I'm saying because it is honest from my heart. It's the world's best handheld advertising tool that you can use now. See, it wasn't back this 2, 5, 6 years ago. But now the tool is here. You might as well take advantage of it since you're going to be running and operating your own business. All right, you know what? Call mymoneymakingphone.com. See, this is just URLs to show you how easy it is to have what we're talking about, and that's all it is. I'm going to move on. Now, look, here's another way. This is just a tool of advertising. Just 2 things in one. On the right, let's talk about the right to impact fund itself. That's what we're talking about. This tool is called an impact fund. Now, look, the first 5 people that you're responsible for enrolling into wealth transfer alliance, that pays for your impact fund. Impact fund will cost you $49 a month. But if you enroll 5 other people from them for those persons who run their business, then you are going to receive a monthly income after that for running your business. So the number 6 person that you enroll as an impact fund, that's going to give you another 6-figure income. Because if you got 6 or 7 thousand people that you use to tap your phone with, you're picking up money every time you tap your phone. After the 5th person, every time you 6 and above, every time you tap your phone with their phone, then they are going to benefit you monetarily. So when you meet a new person, just tell them who you are and ask them if you want to let them change his information with you by you taking your business card and tapping their phone and you're gone. Now you have all the information on the person, including their number. You can call and communicate with that person. So the picture here is just to put the picture in your mind of how large your audience are. Now this is a downtown somewhere, but look, call my money making phone and it's going to give an idea. Want to enroll? Go ahead and enroll now at WTA-enrollmentform.com. They enroll. You know what I'm talking about? And then you're running your business. Now, I know these congressman persons that you see, these are congressional representatives from around the United States of America, and they got constituents. Now, Ms. Crockett, I'm going to use her first. Uh, she's from the part of the country that I am from originally, but she has over 800,000 constituents. 800,000. And she just communicated with 1/3 of those persons to run a business. You see how other things can lead to other things? And she using just her phone. Well, there's nothing against the law that says she can't be your constituents and run the Congress and also run her own business. Matter of fact, she is an attorney and she has a sizable law firm that she had prior to coming to the Congress. So I didn't want you to try to think outside of the box. That's what you see those 3 pictures and my picture. I'm trying to say, look, my picture's in a box, but I don't want to live in a box. I want to think outside of the box. You see, that's all I'm trying to do. Yeah, we do finance estate planning, tax deductible, I'm sorry, estate planning software. Stop this video and you go and visit the Diamond Review, and it's going to show you things that's not shown in this presentation here. But this is just to introduce you to the concept of you becoming your own business and running a business. Now I'm about halfway done, but I got to move on because I promised myself no longer than 30 minutes. Now look, you stop this slide and this video and you study it for yourself. All this data here is just to give you an understanding of what you're doing. Each one of these tabs have the information, and it's showing you Shana Bono, Michael, and all these other persons, Ted, Doris, all these persons who passed away, Monroe, all these persons, and didn't leave their own revocable living trust behind. They lost money in that thing you call will, and all of their estate, and some of them had quite a sizable estate. Some of these persons were billionaires, but the billions of dollars that they owned went to the government. I'm going to move on because I don't got a short period of time left to go. Now, look, watch this. This again, if you're 60 years of age, you don't want to pass this up. If you're 60 years of age, please study these data that you see. Answer all these questions for yourself because it's all about you. And all we're trying to get you to understand, understanding of all things, is for you to finance your own estate planning software and use that estate planning software to produce income for yourself and for your families. I'm talking about not just you, your immediate family. I'm talking about your children's children. Now, again, I keep showing you this just to show you how powerful it is for you to get an understanding. That's all we're talking about, to show you how easy it is to enroll, to show you that you want to get the knowledge of you not having, that you are having wealth, and the wealth is going to turn into something beneficial for you. Now, here's an example of a bank statement. This is my own personal bank statement. All I'm doing is this is a credit union to show you how to use your bank as a witness. Your bank is your witness. It has a record of all the money you put in as a deposit. It has a record of all the money you take out. And the money you take out of your bank to be used to operate your business, you can identify that, and by adding it up, like you see January through December. January, if you spend $1,000 worth of business expenses, then you're going to show the government on your tax return down there where it says other expenses, write down January expenses, January business expenses, January through December. And now you got all your business expenses attached to your tax return onto your bank statement. And your bank statement shows a summary of those business expenses that you have listed. You see what I'm saying? So that's how easy it is. And this is going to be attached. Stop this and study it for yourself so you can see what I'm talking about. Here again, call my money making phone. I'm reiterating why you don't want to pass up this impact business phone, because it's going to give you different kind of ways for you to put money into your pocket. Now this is very important. This is the health benefit process. So you give me your attention here. And this is the tool, the Peak Pass and Pay six-figure income form. This is all you need. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. But I had that operation on my throat. Now look, these are 10 different ways. See these 10 steps right up on there where it says, coverage, choice made, sent by you. This is the 10 different ways that these TPAs put money in your pocket. And they're growing. Every day they come out and introduce something. Now look at in this case, you look at number 6. Number 6 is a media, streaming media, converting your television cost into less than $100 a month to have the same thing you're paying $300 for now. That's why you don't want to pass this up. You see what I'm talking about? Now look, here's some of the type of earnings, and I'm going to close this off. Here's some of the different kind of earnings that you can have. The TPA, this is from a TPA. These monthly incomes that you see here, and you operate your own wealth transfer allowance for broker business building process. This is from the TPA. And the TPA is the person that has a company, for example, in this case here, payroll tax, so that a business can save as much as $500 per year per employee, and that business are going to benefit because the employee is going to benefit from the business operation. Now I'm moving on because I'm about out of time, and I'm one more slide left, and I want to conclude this at the 30-minute level. I want you to stop this and get it for yourself, because there's nothing that I can say that you can't get from here. Matter of fact, the way you're going to get the understanding is to study this for yourself and reading for yourself. What I'm saying to you, you probably ain't going to remember all the words that I've said. I know I can't remember everything I've said to you. But I can remember telling you that these are different kinds of income. And yes, we finance a tax-deductible estate planning software. My name is here. My name is David Richardson. You see my picture. I'm not going to give you any more information in the detail, because my 30 minutes, I don't want to exhaust that. Now look, all these different ways. You see the partners. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 partners. You start out as a partners, a wealth advocate. You go up number 2, you're a senior advocate. Number 3, you'll become a district advocate. The partners, these are partners now. And then regional, then it goes national. And there's another level above national. Yes, this is monthly income that you can start earning simply by just getting up off your hands and go to work. It truly is just that simple. But you got to get up now. You got to start it. You got to believe in yourself. The maximum amount you can't lose, because if you finance this, it's yours. See, you bought it. They're going to send you a check for $19.95. It's yours now. And then you enroll. That enrollment $4.95 goes to Wealth Transfer Alliance, and because now you're participating with them as a business building advocate. So your business building advocate, you're also letting the public know that you have done for you software that will enable you to finance the software and put your own comprehensive estate planning process to work for you. I'm going to digress on this. I love you, and I pray, God, that you take advantage of this opportunity, because it's now for you to have. That's all we've been talking about all this past 30 minutes is this. And I don't want to exceed 30 minutes. And I pray that you share this with 10 people. If you share it with 10 people, you're going to have to get out of the way of the money that those 10 people will put in your pocket. Simply, you don't even have to know the person. All you want to do is get the information to the person and pray that the person get an understanding. And once they get the understanding and enroll, you're not start making money. You know, may not ever meet the person that caused you to make the money, because that person are going to do the same thing. Bye bye.